What's up, guys? Tego from SGN, and after Ronaldo moved to Juventus from Real Madrid, it really got me thinking, who are Juventus' top 5 best players of all time? And that led me to thinking the same thing about all the other big clubs throughout Europe and all of world football. So I'm going to be starting this series where I'll be covering all the big clubs and explaining who their best players are and really going into the history and talking about the players that made them the big clubs that they are today. Starting off, of course, with Juventus, but before I get into it, I want to say one thing, which is that Cristiano Ronaldo is not going to be on this list because, of course, he hasn't played for them yet. One would expect him to eventually make the list because he is one of the greatest, if not the greatest players of all time, so he might eventually be on the list that I maybe update. But regardless, for this list, he isn't going to be there, so don't yell at me for him not being in there. Starting off with number 5, Omar Sivori. The Argentina striker Omar Sivori made his name in Argentina with River Plate, where he won 3 consecutive titles from 1955 to 1957, also leading Argentina to win the Copa America that very same summer. From there, he moved on to Juventus for a world record fee at the time. He played 257 matches for the Bianconeri, scoring a whopping 170 goals. He won 3 Serie A titles and 3 Coppa Italias, and in 1960 he ended the Serie A season as Serie A's leading goal scorer. The next season, he won the greatest prize in football, the Ballon d'Or, making him the first Juventus player to ever win the award. At number 4, we have Roberto Baggio, and Roberto Baggio played for just about every single major team in Italy. From 1982 to 2004, he played for Vicenza, Fiorentina, Juventus, Milan, Bologna, Inter, and Brescia, scoring a total of 218 goals in 488 appearances. He had most of his success in Torino with the Bianconeri, however, where he played from 1990 to 1995, scoring 78 goals in 141 matches. He was signed by Juventus from bitter rivals Fiorentina for £8 million, which was a world record fee at the time. His Juve career didn't start off very well because he refused to take a penalty against Fiorentina, and after that he picked up a Fiorentina scarf, saying that deep in his heart he would always be purple, which would mean being a Fiorentina fan. Juventus fans eventually were forced to accept him and his footballing abilities as he led them to a Serie A title, a UEFA Cup, and a Coppa Italia while winning the Ballon d'Or in 1993. Number 3 is Michel Platini. Michel Platini made a name for himself at Nancy in Ligue 2 in France, where he scored 98 goals in 181 matches. He then went on to Saint-Etienne and scored 58 goals in 104 games in Ligue 1. That earned him a mega move to Juventus in 1982, where he stayed until 1987. During that 5-year spell, he won 2 Serie A titles, a Coppa Italia, a UEFA Cup Winners' Cup, a UEFA Super Cup, a European Cup, and an Intercontinental Cup. He won the Euros in 1984 with France. He earned a massive 3 Ballon d'Ors in a row in 1983, 1984, and 1985. He later went on to be the head of UEFA, which unfortunately for him went on to ruin his career as one of the greatest footballers to ever live, shrouded in corruption and disgust, and he probably learned that from Juventus. Number 2 is Zinedine Zidane, who played for Juventus from 1996 to 2001, playing 151 matches and scoring 24 goals. He went to 2 consecutive Champions League finals in 1997 and 1998, losing both to Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid. However, he did win 2 Serie A titles, a Supercoppa Italiana, a UEFA Super Cup, an Intercontinental Cup, and a UEFA Intertoto Cup. He won the World Cup in 1998 and the Euros in 2000. He then went on to Real Madrid, where he won a La Liga title, 2 Spanish Super Cups, a Champions League, a UEFA Super Cup, and an Intercontinental Cup. He would reach the World Cup final in 2006, marking the end of one of the greatest players to ever play the game. And the greatest Juventus player of all time is Alessandro Del Piero, who is known for his personality and kindness as much as he is for his footballing talents. He played for Padova from 1991 to 1993, scoring 1 goal in 14 appearances in Serie B. He then went on to Juventus, where he would spend 19 seasons, 11 as their captain, and win just about every single thing a player could possibly win. His club record 290 goals in club record 705 appearances led the Bianconeri to 6 Serie A titles, 4 Coppa Italias, 4 Italian Super Cups, a Champions League, a UEFA Super Cup, a UEFA Intertoto Cup, and an Intercontinental Cup. He has scored in literally every competition he has played in, and he won the 2006 World Cup with Italy as one of the major players in that tournament. He is the face of Juventus and will most likely always be the favorite player of every Juventus fan, as well as being one of the most beloved football players of all time by fans worldwide. That is it for this list, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I want you to let me know in the comment section down below if you agree with the players I have on this list. I based it on stats and how much the Juventus fans actually adore them. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. That way you're one click away from watching the videos every single time they come up. And once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.